Hi Roses, my name is Tianna and welcome to today's reading about the upcoming week for air signs. That is if you have Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising sign. If you do not but still feel drawn to this reading, please feel free to watch it and take what resonates. If you enjoyed this reading, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in more tarot content from me, you can find my Twitter at Tianna Rose Tarot or use the link in the description box to book a personal reading with me. So today's card is the card Victory. It's associated with the plant nasturtium, the number 44. There is also a crown on this card and the sign Aries. So if any of those symbols resonate, feel free to interpret them as you see fit. Victory can be an interesting concept because while it represents coming to a triumph, a success, overcoming obstacles, it can also have some more negative connotations with it, like victory at all costs, or feeling like you have to put other people down to get to where you are, or a sense of really prioritizing what other people are thinking of you and wanting to be seen as victorious, but not necessarily feeling that internally. And so there may be a bit of that conflict coming up for you this week. But really what I'm seeing here is an opportunity for you to feel a sense of victory in yourself, not from what anybody else is doing. You may be getting some public recognition this week, but I think you're going to feel like you're at a place where, even if you're not quite where you want to be yet, that you can really recognize how far you've come and all of the obstacles that you've had to work through, all of the things that maybe people told you wouldn't be able to do. And even though it's not necessarily about proving them wrong, you've proved to yourself that you are capable, that you are strong, that you are able to accomplish all of the things that you set your mind to. But this journey is not over. You are still leveling up, you are still moving, you're still going to be chasing the next thing. But before you get to that point, let yourself just enjoy it. Let yourself look back at what you have done. It might not feel necessarily like concrete accomplishments. It might not feel like other people necessarily recognize those things, but you can recognize them for yourself. Think outside of the box and let yourself feel celebrated. Let's see what else is going to come up this week for air signs. Our first card is the card Have Hope. It says pray for peace. There's a peace sign, a dove, the number 4, as well as the date December 16th, 6:30 p.m., 1960, Fullerton, California. There's also an American flag. Any of those might resonate with you. Along with this victory card, there may be moments where you have really struggled to believe that you could do something. That maybe all you had to lean on was a sense of hope. And maybe even sometimes it didn't feel like that was there either. But this is a reminder that you have gotten through so much. Even when hope was the only thing, you still pushed through. You prevailed. For some of you, this could feel like a really heavy time because of something happening in the world, however that looks for you. There could be a lot of anxiety. It could feel like it's hard to celebrate your own accomplishments when it feels like other people are struggling. You might feel like you don't necessarily get to celebrate those things. There might be some sense of imposter syndrome here. But you have good intentions for the people around you. You want to see everyone succeed. It is okay to let yourself succeed. It is okay to enjoy something, and it is also okay to know that it's not over, that there's always going to be more to do. But that doesn't mean that you have to force yourself to stay in a situation that's not healthy or that doesn't feel good to you. If you have the means, do what you can to feel good in your body, in your space. And remember that you also don't necessarily need any of those things. This doesn't have to be flashy or external. You can celebrate yourself just because you hope. You can celebrate yourself just because of the fact that you want good things for everyone, just because of the fact that you believe in yourself. That is worth celebrating. And the more that you pour into your own cup, the more that you have to give to others. Yes, then we have the card Shine Bright. Images of the Statue of Liberty. It says Liberty for All. Stamp from Pasadena, California, August 15th, 1 p.m., 1962. So any of those symbols may resonate for you. Along with what we've been talking about thus far, you do not have to hide yourself or hide your own accomplishments just because somebody else might not necessarily be there yet. You still deserve to shine. You still deserve to be celebrated. And you can also use that to raise the torch for other people. So of course that is a balance to find, but it should be that everybody gets a chance to shine and to be, uplifted. And if you've worked hard, don't be afraid to step into the spotlight. We have the card Check Reserves, which also has some images of the Statue of Liberty, February 12th, 12:30 p.m., 1942. And some images of wheat and flowers here. As I was saying, you can't pour from an empty cup. This is not about depleting yourself or forcing yourself to be in less than ideal situations. You still need to make sure that you have the things that you need to thrive. That's how you can then continue to help other people to thrive as well. And our last card is Give Thanks. This is not just about boasting your achievements. You can shine and still be humble. You can shine and still be grateful for the people that have helped you get to where you are today. You can remember how far you've come and know that it isn't always perfect and it hasn't always been perfect. I think for some of you it can be really hard to accept that you get to stand in that spotlight. A fear of being seen, a fear of getting that public recognition, or sometimes it can fall to the other side of the spectrum where you feel that you have to kind of overcompensate for that and really assert that you have done this all by yourself, and feel like you have to be hyper independent. But even if it's in just small ways, there have been other people and things and events that have helped you get to where you are today. And so as you approach this week, continue to try to find the balance between those things, making sure that you are both taking space for yourself while also giving space to others. I hope this resonates, and I hope you have a good week. Thank you, air signs.